Pick me, pick me, pick me. Oh, you're a pick me. You want to appeal to the male gaze. You're a pick me. You want to have a boyfriend. Oh no, that's embarrassing. You're a pick me. You want to cater to your partner. Oh, you're a pick me. Listen, women that say stuff like that are simply trying to weed out competition. Like the very popular girl on TikTok talking about you should never get married and being married is embarrassing, it's literally slavery. Yet recently she came online talking about she got married. Bro, I wanted to talk about this because I find it so important, and I noticed that the past years people have been trying to convince women that a healthy amount of competition is somehow not a good thing, and women should only be girls, and that competition makes you a terrible person, and you should just only cater to other women. And if you want to cater to men, that makes you a horrible person. Oh my goodness. What? Have you ever noticed how some women compare themselves to other women all the time? Oh, yes, of course. We all notice it, yet we are quiet about it. A woman walks into the room, she's beautiful. Almost right away, some women start looking at her, like immediately. They compare their face, their body, their clothes, even their smile. Why does this happen? Is it jealousy? Or is it something much deeper than that? Today we're going to talk about the psychology of female competition. It's a topic that is taboo. Many people avoid this topic, but science has a lot to say about it. Let's be clear, first of all. Both men and women compete, okay? But they oftentimes compete differently. For thousands of years, people had to find a partner to survive and to raise children with. Women often wanted a man who could protect them, provide for them, and stay with them. Because of this, women oftentimes had to compete with other women for the same men. Psychologists call this intersexual competition. It simply means competing with people of your own sex for a partner. That is normal, guys. We're living in a time where people are trying to convince, especially the younger girls, that it's not normal and it makes you a terrible person. This is literally something that has been found in many cultures. To be honest, all cultures. Men oftentimes compete differently, and it's easy to see. They fight, they may want to earn more money, or they try to become stronger or high in status. Women compete oftentimes in a way that is quiet. Think about the looks, fashion, social groups, or gossip. Sometimes a woman would try to look more attractive, or she may leave another woman out of the group. Love Island. Sometimes she may talk badly about another woman. We know this one. And these actions are not always planned, but they happen without you even noticing them. They happen without you even thinking about it. Beauty is the biggest reason why women compare themselves to each other. Our brains naturally compare us to other people, and there's a special word for this, and it's called social comparison. If another woman is very attractive, she can feel like competition to you, even if she never says a word. Your brain might think, oh, is she prettier than me? What if people like her more? What if I'm not good enough? These thoughts, they happen quietly and quickly. You don't even think about them, really. Like, you think about them, but you don't notice that it's happening because that's how quietly it happens. Today's it happens even more. I mean, think about social media. Every day you see models, influencers, celebrities, and people showing off the best part of their lives. The photoshopping is out of control. The editing of the videos and the photos is out of control. Even athletes Photoshop their pictures, which is something new that I discovered recently. That I'm like, bro, people have seen you live, literally live. You're editing the pictures? What? And some of these girls are already quite attractive and they still edit their pictures. They want to be perfect. And imagine seeing stuff like that all the time. Now, today, you're not only comparing yourself to women in your neighborhood, like back in the day, you're comparing yourself to millions of women. You go online, it's almost unavoidable. Bro. And to be honest, there's always going to be someone prettier, someone richer, someone younger, someone with more followers. And this constant comparison will definitely hurt your confidence. So I'm not trying to convince y'all to compete with the entire world. No. However, a certain level of competition is a healthy thing. It's normal. Here's the important part. Competition itself is not bad. It's part of being a human. Men compete. Women compete. We all compare ourselves. The problem starts when comparison literally controls your life, right? You're doing the most. And this is why you should not have a black and white thinking. You should find yourself right there in the middle. When somebody's beauty makes you question your own value, the next time you compare yourself to someone else, then stop in a moment and ask yourself, is this true? Right? Can I do something about this in a natural way? Or do I have to risk my life? If you have to risk your life, then you know. Okay? If it's not a natural process that you have to take in order to achieve what you want that somebody else has, then maybe you should understand that there needs to be a point where you need to pump the brakes. Okay? Competition is a normal thing, right? If you feel the need to always compete with everyone, obviously there's something wrong with you. Because there are circumstances where you're dealing with other women and there's no comparison going on, really. You're just having fun together, like with your friend group. Excuse the noise. No, there's my neighbor screaming. It's nice weather today, so everybody's outside. But I really wanted to make this video. If you come across another woman and she is beautiful, she's attractive, instead of seeing it as a threat, you can also see it as motivation. And being motivated to become better or do better than her. And it's very normal because maybe you want to be better than her because you need to be at a certain position. Maybe you want to win a race. Maybe you want to win the competition. Maybe you're playing a sport. Maybe you want to get at a higher position at your job. And all of that require competition. I don't see how you would try to convince yourself that that is not a thing and lie to yourself about it, because listen, this is what happens when you lie to yourself about it. You are not going to be able to be prepared for what is coming for you. And when you're not prepared, that's when you lose. And when you lose, it's going to hurt really badly. And that is how you create bitter old women that are upset with themselves and they project their insecurities onto other women, especially the younger ones. You convince yourself that it's a gender war, it's women against men, but in reality, it's everyone against everyone. It's not a women and men thing. We compete for different things. We compete for men. We compete for job opportunities. We compete for sport, literally. We compete for entertainment. We literally have like games where we compete on purpose. All animals do it. And we have natural things ingrained inside of us that require us to compete sometimes. If you want a good partner, for example, to procreate with, you're going to have to compete in order to get the best men. Let's be honest. If you are an attractive woman, right, and a man wants you, he wants to be with you. He has good intentions to be with you. He needs to also realize that he's not the only one that wants to be with you. There are many men, especially when you are an attractive woman, there are many other men that also would want an opportunity to be with you. And in order for one of those men to get you, they have to compete with each other. And the same thing applies to women. I don't understand how we are trying to demonize women for a healthy amount of competition. Demonize women for something that naturally comes to us. Are we demonizing the men for competing with each other? Why would you do that? No, we're demonizing the women. And you can look up to another woman and feel a healthy amount of encouragement to want to do better. And maybe even compete if you're trying to win something out of it. For example, a beauty pageant. Or you want to get more followers on TikTok or something like that, or on Instagram. You are quietly kind of in a competition with other women because people are choosing. The consumers, the people that make the choice to choose whether they're going to follow you or somebody else, they're making a choice. And it results to you having to put in the effort in order to influence people into supporting you. And unfortunately, that's just a thing. Looks is one of the biggest part when it comes to competition for women, because unfortunately, we women, we are judged by our looks. And let's not try to change the whole world as an individual. You are not God, unfortunately. Right? You cannot change the whole world. But if you have it in your power to do something about it, if you have it in your power to achieve what you want to achieve, to lose weight, to be more fit, to be more healthier, to have healthier hair, if you have the power to do something about it, I recommend you actually go ahead and do something about it. And don't allow anyone to shame you for wanting to do something about it. Part of our femininity is showing up for ourselves and being honest with what we want. Why would you live your whole life secretly being bitter on the inside, playing this sweet, lovey, happy woman, knowing deep down that you're miserable? Because you're trying to convince yourself that competition, you should not be competing, you should not try to be better. No, you have to try to be better. You have to. For your own self-esteem. For your own mental health. How do you think your brain interprets it when you try to convince yourself out of something that is naturally comes to you? That naturally is part of who you are. You can acknowledge other women's attractiveness, but at the same time, you also have to understand that you also have goals. You also want to achieve certain things. And don't allow anyone to convince you that, oh no, you should be your girls. It's us against the men. It's us against, whatever. Things, people make up weird things. And to be honest, it's like, it's not us only against the men. Like, I literally read a blog, and it was this woman, she said that if you want to have a boyfriend, then you're a pick me and having a boyfriend is embarrassing. And I was like, what? And that is the reason why I decided to make this video, because like that went too far for me. And then you have women literally convince you that you should never get married. And there's a very popular one on YouTube right now talking about you should never, allow a man to penetrate you. So you want me to avoid being a human? No. I'm gonna keep it for this. I wish you a great day. Let it all marinate and sink in, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.